Hey everybody, Krystal Gamer here with my second Strangerville build. Now, this is not 100% Strangerville. It's just built in Strangerville. It has a lot of Strangerville stuff, but I did use other packs in it as well. And it's striking me kind of funny that when I finished it and I took this little cinematic, I happened to move a sim in because I'm going to check out the whole mystery story and all of this. And so when I was doing this cinematic recording, it just so happens that the neighbors, who are all walking a little strange, were walking in. But you can probably get an idea from the opening cinematic that this place is kind of like a little bunker place. And it's sort of built in a mountain. Kind of. Now, unfortunately, the game will not allow us to put terrain over bunkers or over little houses, so we can't like truly make hobbit houses or true bunker houses, but I tried. I did as good as I could with it. And this place, I ended up doing the undo redo method instead of a speed build on this because it ended up taking way longer than I expected for this tiny little build. I was only going to make like a really small thing to begin with, and then I ended up expanding it a little bit. But even more so than that, my thought was that the person that lives here, like this is really cramped quarters. The downstairs is 6 squares by 6 squares and the upstairs is 4 squares by 4 squares and half of that is taken up with stairs. So, or a quarter of it is taken up with stairs. So there isn't a whole ton of living space here. So my thought was that whoever lives here, everything is just going to be cramped and cluttered and there's just going to be so much stuff. And so that was the direction I ended up going in. And so that changed my whole plan too, because my original plan was just Strangerville stuff and base game, but I wanted to make the place super cluttered. And if you want to make a place super cluttered, really the more access to other packs you have, the better. And I did want to make it as cluttered as possible. Wow, bonus, having it still be fully playable. I play tested the heck out of this to make sure because I cluttered it so much. And everything from the laundry to the trash, the microwave, refrigerator, bed, shower, toilet, all of it is utilizable, even though there's clutter surrounding everything. And I even have a woodworking thing, a workout machine, and a listening machine that are all utilizable as well. And there's a guitar in the place. There's a radio. So there's a lot of stuff for different activities and skilling and all of that. And then I didn't put a stove in downstairs because I was thinking a little bunker like this probably wouldn't have a stove, but I put one of those barrel grills out front because I thought that would be kind of fitting. And so my other thought is that this person that lives here is most definitely pursuing the stuff that's going on in Strangerville as far as like trying to solve the mystery and all of that. So it's made for a single sim that's set out to solve the mystery. And the guy that I moved in here is the guy that I'm going to try and solve the mystery. This sort of non-real stuff is not usually up my alley for the game, but I'm kind of interested as to what the mystery is. So I want to solve it. I'm thinking about potentially doing some of the solving on camera, filming it and recording it for you guys. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do that though. I don't know. I'm tossing around the idea, or maybe I'll just do it for myself. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, I am thinking about solving the mystery. I made a guy who, in my estimation, is pretty hot and sexy. And so he's going to live in this tiny little bunker place and try to solve the mystery of Strangerville. That's going to be his whole thing. So, and this new training bot thing, this is a cool exercise machine. I like this activity. Like, I like their movements on it and stuff. I don't know if y'all have looked at it yet, but I've looked at it just a little bit and I like their movements and things and using that particular machine. It's kind of cool. So the listening machine, I discovered that the only way to test it and use it is you have to actually plant a bug on another sim. So choose another sim to plant a bug on, and then you can go to the listening machine and listen in. I haven't tested it enough to find out like exactly what you hear or what that does for you, but I did plant a bug and test the listening chair, table setup thing to make sure that it is utilizable for anyone that wants to download it. And it's a CC free build too. I should probably say that as well. And it's sort of nestled. So it's a 20 by 30 lot, and it's kind of nestled in all these trees and everything sort of, and the hill. And so it's kind of hiding it a little bit, not a whole ton, but you can kind of make it up in your head that it's sort of a little hidden kind of bunker. If we had a 20 by 30 lot that was sort of out in the middle of nowhere, that's kind of what I was picturing with this, that this would be like sort of out in the middle of nowhere. But I didn't really see any good lots for us to build on in Strangerville that are kind of middle of nowhere lots, except for maybe the 50 by 50 lot that I already used. I put my big military base on that lot. I mean, I could have bulldozed it and everything, but I'm kind of liking having my big military base in the Strangerville world and everything, and my whole story that goes with that and everything that's going underneath, it sort of fits the whole Strangerville vibe to me. So I wanted to keep the base there, and I didn't want to use that lot for anything else. So my military base is standing. And oh, by the way, if you haven't seen that video yet, I highly recommend going and watching the military base video. I do a tour of the place with that, and the people have been given me lots of compliments. Like, people have really been liking it. I've got more views on it than pretty much any other build video I've ever done. So I'm loving people's response to that. So if you haven't seen it yet, yeah, definitely give it a look. And all of that said, we're at the end of our little video here and our little bunker. And so if you enjoyed this, please do hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for spending the time with me today. I hope to see you all back again next time. Bye now.